Okay, hello. Welcome. We're looking for these characters here, right? We're looking for a day for these characters to return. Okay. David Bowie, David Bowman, Odysseus, they're all the same character, right? And we're looking for the final date of the return home from the Odyssey, okay? This is what I've been looking for quite some time. I don't know if this is the date or not, but we're gonna look. I guess we're going to start at the end and work backwards and see how this connects back to the dollar bill and some of those dates that we've been looking at with the decode of the 213 in the dollar bill, along with 911 in the dollar bill, and along with what else is in the dollar bill? Oh, that quarter code in the dollar bill. And there's going to be a couple of references back to the different folds. So if you haven't seen the dollar bill fold video, just go back and watch it. That's the caveat. And as I say at most of the start of my videos, some of this stuff's not going to make sense and it's going to be a bit all over the place if you haven't seen the previous videos. I had a bit of an abusive comment left by somebody that YouTube decided to remove. Not me, but anyway, as a result, look, I've fixed my cursor anyway. A problem that I said I've had for a while, and so now hopefully on this video you're seeing a highlighted spot and a bloody big old purple arrow so that you can see what I'm talking about. And I'll try not to jump too much over the place, but it is what it is when it comes to this stuff. The jigsaw pieces, you've kind of got to link backwards and forwards non-stop, so it will be a bit all over the place, but there's no need to put abusive stuff on in the comments. Try and keep the F-bombs to a minimum and that kind of thing. That would be great. Anyway, I'm waffling already. Let's get on with this video because this is super interesting. So we're looking for these guys here, okay, to return. All right. So we need a day. We need a day when Dave is going to return. All right. So I'm thinking, well, what day of the year would reference that pretty good? St. David's Day, yeah? The upward arrow and the downward arrow, the Star of David, those two things balancing, the pyramid and the womb, the cup of Christ, the phallus of man, whatever you want to, whichever way you want to look at it, we're looking at when's David coming back? When's he going to return home, right? Okay, well, St. David's Day is a Welsh festival, yeah? It's a Welsh holiday. I don't know actually if it's a bank holiday or not, but St. David. So David's a very Welsh name, of course, and we've seen tons of Welsh references with the Jones, yeah, all the Jones references. That's a big Welsh name. Princess of Wales. Remember my earlier stuff when I was looking at the Princess of Wales? Again, we've just got tons of, Wales references. The voyage home. Let's go pick up some whales. What I'm thinking about? Free Willy. There you go. He's got to get over the wall out of captivity. Oh my goodness. He's a whale. Oh dear. So, I don't know. The Welsh references are nuts, right? Now, where do I want to go from this, though? St. David's Day. Well, when is St. David's Day, Dan? Come on. Let's move along. Pretty sharpish. 1st of March. How are you going to tie the 1st of March in back with the dollar bill code and all the other stuff? And there's something super important that we want to tie this 1st of March back with, right? So let's go to the calendar, first of all, and let's look what day is preceding the 1st of March. So I've got February up here, okay, and we'll just scroll down a bit so we can keep the 13th of February on the page, and we'll look at the 1st of March. Here's the 1st of March. Okay, so this is the day that we're looking at for David Bowman returning, for Odysseus to return, right? When is the one? When is the one? When does the one come? When is the one created? Yeah. Okay. The one that we're looking for is created on the 29th of February. Remember, I've talked about this before. A leap year, right? Quantum leap. That leap year, that the 29th of February, the one day comes every 4 years, sorry. That one day comes every 4 years to bring back balance to the calendar, okay? That one's bringing back balance, right? And it comes on the 29th of February. Well, where is the 29th of February here now, this year? There is no 29th of February because it's not a leap year. We got to wait another couple of years for another leap year, right? So the 29th of February happens to be March the 1st in this instance. What I'm saying is, because there is no 29th of February here, the birthday of the one, it comes after the 28th, right? Whatever day comes after the 28th is going to be the birthday of the one. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so now we're going to tie this in with this day up here, this 13th, right? Actually, I'm just going to talk through this real quick, and then we'll do some even better links. So remember on the dollar bill, the 213. If you haven't seen the dollar bill code and the folds on the dollar bill, you've got to go back and watch that video. But this is the date that is referenced heavily, right? This is Super Bowl Sunday. Quite good ritual stuff in it this year, right? And we've got to get to this point here. Now, there was another date here. This is also referenced in the dollar bill. This day here, the 21st of February, is the twin date to, should we go to it? Let's go to it. It's the twin date to the 9/11 here. Yeah, the 9th of November. See this 3/13/52? That is that twin date there, is the 21st. Now, why are you telling me this, Dan? Because this is the day that Malcolm X died on, right? And I covered this a little bit in the last video. But what we can do now is we can say, well, this X didn't mark the spot, right? Nothing happened on that day. But what does X mean, right? X means balance, right? That's what the cross is. It's just balance. That's what the cross represents. Two lines that are perpendicular to one another, if you like, well, intersecting one another. And that point in the middle of the cross is the balance point. That's the thing we're looking for in life, balance, right? I wonder if I've got it up here. Okay, so I've got this up, right? Now, it happens to be 16 days from February the 13th to the 1st of March, yeah? That 16 is the golden ratio, 1.618, etc., etc., etc. So this golden ratio is all about balance as well. That's what that is. Okay, now, we need to find, let's find the reference point, the midpoint to this, okay? Kind of. So half of 16 is 8, right? The number of man, you know. If you look at we look at this table here in a minute, the chart of Lorraine table. But we'll go to that in a minute. So we've got this 13, we go 8 days, and we get to the 21st of February. And then if we were to go another 8 days, we would be at the 1st of March. So here we are, the 21st of February, Malcolm X's death date. Well, that is really interesting because that's the middle of that thing. And what does X mean? Roman numerals now. X is 10. Okay, so Malcolm X is referencing a 10. Okay, explain a bit further, Dan. Well, if this is the start of the Odyssey right here, if February the 13th is the birthday, Yeah, 213. We'll go to the chart in a minute. That's the start of the chart. The start of the row that we're looking at in the chart. 213 is the birthday. Go shorty, it's your birthday. Then we would go 10 years, yeah, which would be X number of years. 10 years is X. And then we would go another 10 years, and that would be our 20-year Odyssey. Well, we're going 8 days to X. That marks the middle of the Odyssey. 10 years. Malcolm X marks the middle of the Odyssey. And then we go another 8 days. And we're going to come from the 21st here. Another 8 days gets us to St. David's Day. Yeah. The 1st of March. Do you follow what I'm saying there? I know that's kind of difficult to comprehend. Yeah, Malcolm X is referencing the 10 years, the midpoint, the balance point in the Odyssey. This is the birthday. Go shorty, it's your birthday. Remember, 50 cent. 50 cent is obviously 50 is obviously halfway again. So he's referencing the birthday and the halfway point. So I'm looking at the halfway point right now. It's just the 21st of February, and then we go to the 31st of February. Okay, well, this is going to get even more interesting here in a minute. So let's just look at the chart so that people don't get too confused when I'm saying chart this and chart that. Okay, here's the start of, if you don't know what this chart is, go back and find a video on it. This is Fibonacci numbers and other numbers that are Fibonacci-like. And all these numbers form golden ratios, if you like, or the golden ratio, or edge towards the golden ratio. So they're all edging towards balance, right? This is the start of the row we're looking at. This is the important row here. This is called Lucas numbers. Now, this is the birthday here, 213. We've established this with the dollar bill decode, right? So this is February the 13th. So we know this is February and this is the 13th of February, okay? So we're trying to get to this balance point. This is the balance that's at the end of the Odyssey. So we need to, and you know, when you're in balance, right, you are independent from the system, yeah? You're independent from the system. And what is surrounding this balance date is a 47 here and a 47 here, yeah? 7/4 is Independence Day, the 4th of July. The 4th of July. To be independent from the system is to not be controlled by the system, to be a free man, okay? So what I'm saying here is we're trying to get to this point, yeah? We have to be independent from the system, from the matrix, right? So you've got to somehow combine physical man, one tower here, with the metaphysical, with the, you know, the ideas and the spiritual side of reality. Those two things have got to be combined somehow. Okay? And as we do with Fibonacci numbers, with Lucas numbers, we're adding this number to this number, which gives us this number. Okay? So this is the combination. 29 is the combination of these two numbers. And what's special about 29 being the combination of these two numbers is if you take the sum of 11, it's 2. Yeah? If you take the sum of 1 and 8, 18, it's 9. So not only do each individual side of 29 represent each column, this 2 here is this column, this 9 here is this column, and together this is both columns. Yeah, it's 11 plus 18 is 29. So this number here is super special. Yeah, and every 4 years on a leap year, on the 29th of February here, 29th of February, the 1 is born. Yeah, the quarter code that is in the dollar bill. Yeah, the quarter code that helped us establish how we knew what this number was in relation to what's on the dollar bill. I don't know how to explain that properly, but so are you following along now? So this 29 suddenly becomes super relevant, okay, because there is no 29 this year. There's only the 1st there's only the 1st of March this year. Yeah? And you have to die on a certain day as well, right? The day that you actually are, the day your birth certificate is created is the day you die, the day you go into the matrix and you're controlled by the matrix, right? You're under that fictional control. Because you don't understand how the legal system works. You don't understand what the real rules of the world are. You don't understand God's rules, yeah, God's laws, natural law. So this 37 here and this 30, well, we know where the 3-1 or the 1-3 is. Okay, it's also re-referenced right here where we're taken off from this position, I guess. I don't know what you call it. Okay, so let's look at this 37 real quick, because this is where we're going to have to be flipping backwards and forwards. I'm sorry. Okay, so the day you would have to die would be 3 days before. We're just keeping in alignment with Jesus. Let's see where that 37 is. Here, look at this. 307. Get rid of the 0. It doesn't mean anything. 37 right here. Yeah? Look at the 5-8. Yeah? So you have this balanced, the balanced being that's born, and immediately this 3-7 comes along. So here's your 5-8, the two sides, right? And immediately he is the 3-7. Look at the 3-7s below the 29, yeah? Yeah, because we have to have a resurrection. We have to move up, if you like, up the chart here. Okay, so it's interesting, isn't it, that? Now we're going to look at some of the other numbers that surround this 29, right? So we said about this 47. Well, this 47 is going to become relevant here in just a second. Anyway, we've got man, and of course we need a 0-6. So we've got the number of man. This column represents physical nature, yeah? And so the number of man is 6, 8, 18, 23, 33, yeah? The age at which Jesus dies, yeah? All these numbers are super relevant to man, okay? So, yeah, and this is, yeah, 2/3 right here. Again, 666 right here. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. So this is all, you know, you can start seeing the links with these numbers. So anyway, let's do some crosses. Let's go crossways because I'm thinking Malcolm X still. So let's see what balances across this 29 date. Yeah, the 29 date, which is going to move to the 1st of March this year. So this 60. Let's see if this 60 shows up anywhere, Dan. Let's go back to this. Ah, look. So the 29th, which is missing, which is going to be this day. Ah, look, it's the 60. Interesting, eh? This is starting to get more and more interesting. Okay, so that's one little reference there. We've done that. We've done that. The 21, of course. We're talking about this X that falls on the 21, and we've got again 1, 3, 2, 1 here. These same numbers repeated. The same numbers that repeat at the end of the cycle. And when we do a complete 12 cycle here with the 322, the skull and bones number, that happens to be, you know, the 18th of November. Right around, well, I say right around the time, but we're looking at a lot of November dates with the dollar bill code. We're jumping from November into February with this whole thing. So again, with the references there. This 47, let's pick up on that here in a minute. 18, And the 23. Well, I'm not going to. Well, the 2 and the 3 again. We're back to this number. So I'm not going to worry about these too much right now. What I want to look at right now, what I want to focus in, is we want to think about this number here in just a second. We'll do the, and of course, we've got this number here, and we've also got a year reference here. This column here again with the 8 column. Again, we've got the 68 referenced here, the 8, the 6, the 86, the 68. You know, this column here is almost like a, you know, is a very good twin to this column, yeah. And the total for that column happens to be 222, right? So, let's go back to this now. So we've kind of done the Malcolm X thing, how that explains the middle of the Odyssey, this little mini Odyssey that's right here. And so, what do I want to pick up on? So what other things happen on, let's go to the holidays here on this March the 1st, alright? Because, what have we got? I've got a thing up here somewhere. What's this? March holidays. Let's look at it real quick. So, okay, the first thing we see is this bloody Independence Movement Day, yeah? What was I just talking about? Yeah, you've got to be independent of the system. And look what flag they've used here. Is that the Korean flag? South Korean flag? Yeah, the Pepsi halftime show. The amount of times we've talked about that thing. Fat Tuesday, right? Fat Tuesday. What's Fat Tuesday? Well, we're going to talk about Fat Tuesday in just a second. Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, Shrove Tuesday. So now stuff starts getting real interesting, and I don't know if there's anything else down here that I want. There's Mardi Gras. Pancake Day. What did the Twin Towers do? They pancaked. I've talked about this before. What did... I don't know if they mentioned this in the news reports from the Champlain Towers in Florida. Did they pancake as well? So this reference to pancakes and the Twin Towers pancaking. Excuse me. National Pig Day. What springs to mind there is blimmin' hell, what film's that? I can't remember the name of the film now. Falling Down. Goodness me, come on, Dan. Falling Down, yeah? That film. The amount of references to pigs in that film, just nuts. What else have we got here? Oh, National Wedding Planning Day. Nice day for a white wedding. Are you planning a new wedding on your rebirth? Back to the rebirth matrix as well. Yeah, the renewal of the matrix. What else we got down here? Oh, come on. Oh, bloody hell. What else we got? Look at this. Refired, not retired day. Refired. Are you going to raise from the flames like the phoenix? We got St. David's Day, yes. Good. Share a smile day. Baby sleep day. I mean, come on, look at these. Frozen. Winter months now. So anyway, so that's interesting anyway. Some of those days. But what we want to look at is this Fat Tuesday, Shrove Tuesday, right? Because this is where it starts getting even more interesting, right? What do I want here? What's this one? That's Easter. We don't want that yet. We'll come to that in just a second. Shrove Tuesday. Okay, it's Pancake Day in England. Over here, it's called Fat Tuesday. Actually, at work, we used to have Fat Tuesday every month, and they used to bring donuts in, of all things. So, you know, it's a time when you use up all your good stuff in your cupboard and eat all your rich foods before you go into Lent, before you're on your whatever you do for Lent, or your fast for Lent, or whatever. Okay, but that's the point of it, yeah? Using up all that good food before you sort of fast for Lent, right? So, look at the dates. Look at the dates here. Look at the dates for the next 2 years. Okay, because all these blooming feasts move around. All right, and I think I'm not quite sure how they figure it out, but it's something. It might be something to do with where the moon is, what when the first full moon is on a certain after a certain time of the year. You know, after a certain, I don't know how they work it out, but there's a way they work it out. Anyway, and so all these dates move around. But look at these dates. So this is this year, the 1st of March. Look, next year it's going to be February the 21st. Yeah, Malcolm X Day. And then, look what we got here. The 13th of February the following year. I mean, this is, I mean, hang on a minute. It's looking interesting. Okay. So, anyway, Shrove Tuesday is the day before Ash Wednesday, yeah? Look at this picture. Ash Wednesday. Look at that. That's the third eye, yeah? You know, the eye at the top of the pyramid, the third eye, if you like. If you remember I Pet Goat, when he's the picture of Jesus and he's got the third eye up there. That third eye is representing, at the minute, depending on which way you look at it, we're thinking about it representing coming out of the fictional system, right? Opening your third eye, yeah, being able to see reality as it really is. And that thing on Ash Wednesday becomes balanced, yeah, what I was talking about before. That center point is the balance point. These two lines crossing one another. Was I talking about that before? That might have been in a different video, because I've already tried to do this video several times. But this is what we're looking for, balance. Okay, this point here is the balance point, the eye, yeah, and essentially you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 legs coming into one point of balance, yeah, 4 years coming into one point of balance, the one being born on the 29th of February, or in this case would be the 1st of March. So this is interesting. This is ash from Palm Sunday. Last year's Palm Sunday is what they make that ash out of, to put the little cross on the forehead. Okay, now where have I seen them reference to a palm trees before? Because that's what they make those, the Holy Week of Palms. That's what that's made out of, those palm leaves. Okay, where have I seen that before? Come on. Oh yes, remember this from a few videos back, and a couple of other videos. But here's the palm trees, yeah, and the one is going to come crashing through here. And let's just for 1 second think about this one more time, because here's February and here's March, and actually he's coming through right before right before this point. It will be on this step, but this point, the 3-1 becomes 229 as well. So it's coming right through here. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is February and this is March. He's coming between those 2 months, between the 2 and the 3 again. Remember the 2 and the 3 in the chart. Okay, anyway, I just thought it was a nice link back to some palm trees there. Right, what else do we want to look at? Oh my, So let's just think about that 47 of balance again, yeah? Because independence, yeah, we've got to be balanced. Where do I go here? I've got this up somewhere, I'm sure of it. Look, here we go. Days from Shrove Tuesday, yeah, to Easter. I don't know what I got in and Easter, don't I? But anyway, it's from Shrove Tuesday is always 47 days before Easter. 47. That balance number, yeah? 47 days. This is the balance number, yeah? And during that 47 days, what's going to happen is you are going to be, get back to the right one. Easter happens to be on the 17th this year. But on those 47 days, where am I going to here, Dan? 47 days. We are looking for, during that time, we are repenting, basically. I don't know where, does it say it on here anywhere? Oh, I don't know. Not really. Hang on a minute, let's go to, I might have another one up. So we've got some other stuff to get into. No, maybe I didn't have it up. Sorry, I gotta switch through these blooming things. We'll go to that in a minute. No, I don't have it up. I don't know what I did. I must have deleted that tab. But anyway, this is what's happening here. This is showing penitence. Penitence. I can't say the word now. The penitent man. Penance. Penitent man kneels before God. Yeah. Do you remember that on Dr. Jones? God, I can't think right now. Sorry. Indiana Jones. Yeah. When they're searching for the Holy Grail, right? Yeah. This is making atonement for your sins, or whatever you want to, however you want to look at it. But you are right now. There's going to be, maybe there's going to be 40 days of actual, real atonement. I don't know. I don't know really what I'm talking about here. But that's what's coming up. This is what Shrove Tuesday's all about. It's actually about sort of reconciling again with God. Coming back into balance. So, what was really weird about this is I just actually, I just did a 3-day fast a couple of days ago. It was just weird the way things, without even thinking about all this. This is what, I've only just done this video tonight, basically. So a lot of this stuff, and there's a couple of bits and bobs that I've seen, but most of this is just tonight. Anyway, so we've covered all this stuff. Let's see, look at this Ash Wednesday. Oh yeah, we've just talked about that here. I'm just looking through here, see if there's anything that's, anything that we can we do anything here with this? Anyway, yeah, we're into Lent, right? Lent. And the other thing, oh yeah, let's go to Mardi Gras now. Sorry, I'm all, this is a bit jittery here now. But Mardi Gras, right? This is the other celebration down in New Orleans. Look at the colors here. And look at these. This is a big party festival thing, and I wanted to link this back because when I'm thinking about Mardi Gras, I thought in there's a couple of spots in iPet Go that kind of link back to this, and I'm going to show you this one spot right now. But just keep this color in mind. This is huge with the purple, and this is, I mean, I don't know what to say. You see my cursor right now? This is not deliberate. Yeah, this I changed before I even started looking at this tonight. Yeah, I got my cursor working again, and this is not me trying to pre-program something here. This is just completely random that this has come out yellow and purple in certain terms. I mean, I picked the purple, but this is before I was looking at this. This is how insane things are right now. I don't know. Anyway, it made me think of this spot in iPet Go. So somebody's going to say to me, "No, Dan, this is Halloween. This is not Mardi Gras." And I'll say, "Yes, this does look like Halloween, but this guy's blowing out a thingy here. One of these party thingies. I don't know what you call it. Party. It's not really a party popper. What is it? I don't know what that thing's called. But anyway, this thing goes out, doesn't it? But look at the purple colours with the fireworks here, and of course, Mardi Gras, they set a lot of fireworks off. Halloween over here, we don't set any fireworks off on Halloween. In England, it's a different thing because it falls in alignment with the 5th of November, and so there's the bonfire night stuff kind of amalgamates in with Halloween. So, yes, okay. But, you know, I was like, you know, this definitely reminds me of Mardi Gras. So I'm like, you know what? I wonder if Halloween and Mardi Gras fall on twin dates of the year. So I go look at the calendar. Here's Mardi Gras, right? Yeah, 60, right? Let's look where. Let's go back to the other end of the calendar now. Let's look. This is November, so this is Halloween, 31st, 61, and All Saints Day is 60. Unbelievable. They're almost. I mean, we're one day off, but that's, you know, that's nothing to gripe about. These two holidays are almost the same bloody thing. They're twin dates. Just I don't know. You know, it's just weird the way this stuff's falling, you know, together, isn't it? So anyway, I mean, there's a couple of other spots in here where we've got this character at the start, another little reference to man here, and he's jumping off of the deal here. He's got the mask on that is, if I could get it to the right spot, he's got the mask on that's like the, you know, what I was just showing you back there, like tragedy, you know what I mean? But he also, his head, if you have a look at the top of his head, he's got this funny little cross thing up on here. Because this character changes masks throughout this whole video. But it kind of looked a bit like, to me, when he's in this position, it kind of was reminiscent of, it was kind of reminiscent of this, the Jester type top here, and then we've got the, you know, the tragedy type thing going on with the mask that he's wearing as well. So there's another little reference back to this, maybe, again, I don't know, you know, and you know, I don't know. Right, anyway, a couple of other things I wanted to mention. Where do I want to go from here? We've mentioned the ashtray, mentioned that. Okay, so let's talk about Kobe Bryant's death. Well, this is all over the place, Dan. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this 26th of January has been bugging me with this whole set of events. This recent set of events has been kicked off with old Kobe Bryant, yeah, with the old fake helicopter crash. I can only call it a fake helicopter crash because the helicopter's miraculously changed from black to blue. It should be a black helicopter, Black Hawk down, but it's actually blue. Now, if somebody can explain that to me, be my guest. But as far as I'm aware, as Matt would say, the inflated tire is right there, and it doesn't make any sense. But this date, I've been struggling to figure out where this fits into the scheme of things, and I'm going to try and explain it now, and maybe this is the explanation for it. I'm not sure. But we're going to go back to this balance date, yeah, in the table. Okay, so this is the only day of the year that 1118 shows up as an 1118. Yeah, you can't get another day to do this. Okay, this is why the Skull and Bones 322, that day of the year, is this day of the year. That's why the 322 is so important, right? Now, if we go back 68, actually, if we go on, well, let's go back 68 before we do the going on to the 25th. Let's minus 68 and see where that balance date takes us to. Yeah, because 68 is the year that Twin Towers was started. It's the year of Space Odyssey, the movie, the year that came out. And so, and the other thing is it's the 6 and 8. Remember the column? Remember the chart? The 6 and 8 here, yeah, of man. And here's this balance point, yeah. So this 6 and 8 is very important. So let's go back 68 days. Come on, Dan, go back 68 days then. Click to calculate. September the 11th. Would you add and move it? No. Okay. So let's go forward now. Let's do the reverse and go. Let's do the forward. You already know where it's going. It's going to the 25th. The day before Kobe Bryant. I thought that was interesting. So anyway, I'm playing around with some other stuff here, and I went back. Actually, I didn't do this. Let's do this first. I went back 33 days from this March date, yeah, because Christ died at 33. Okay, and it took me back to the 27th, the other day. The other side of Kobe's death date, yeah. And this 33, well, we know that the 33 combines with the 33 to make the 66, which is the twins, yeah. You know, I don't know how you want to explain it, but you know, you've got the 6 of man here, and there's 6 of his birth certificate fictional straw man person here. The 6 and 6, yeah. Order 66. Anyway, are we going to see Order 66? You know, the Empire going nuts, basically, starting a big war. Oh, hang on a minute, a big war did already start. Or is it a big war yet? I don't know. Ukraine, yeah, the Ukraine man, yeah, Rain Man. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Click to calculate. It takes us back to Christmas. So that is interesting now. This 33 and 33 jump. And so we've got 2 little jumps here from Christmas with the 33, because of course the 33 is super important. Yeah, in fact, Christ dies at 33. Yeah. So if he dies at 33, then the resurrection would be 66. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. That's not halfway. Well, I'm waffling again. But anyway, we're balancing it with the 60. We're doing 2 lots of 33, balancing it with 66. So that's absolutely nuts. And, well, here we go. Dodgy sketch. So we can see this now, yeah. We've got the 9/11 jump, 68 days to the balance point, and that another 68 days takes us to the 25th of January. Kobe's death date is the 26th. It's right in between these 2 dates. The 25th plus 33 days takes us to here, and then if we come down a little bit, that 127, the 27th of January, if we go another 33 days, is the 1st of March. So we've got these 2 nice little jumps, yeah. Don't forget that number, the 33, is right here in the table, yeah. So we're really using up some of these numbers now, in the code, or the decode, or whatever the hell you call this thing. So anyway, it doesn't stop there, you know. It just doesn't stop there. Hang on a minute. So we've done a nice little link there with the 33. Oh, was something else I wanted to say about 33 as well, but I can't remember what it was now. You know, that 33 is the sun and the moon balance, yeah, where the 1 comes from. That's a super important reference. The 33 is a super important reference, not only to, I think that's where it comes from with Christ, of course, but not only with the reference to Christ. You know, there's nothing to say that there wasn't a man that wasn't put on the cross and died at 33. There's nothing out there really to prove it either way. And if you look at the way this reality works, it works in physical metaphors to give you how reality works. It gives you those physical metaphors, yeah. So in all likelihood, there was a guy called Christ, and he did die on the cross for your sins. That is very likely to have happened, for that story to have manifested, yeah. you know. Anyway, what else do I want to say? I forgot. I've lost my train of thought now. What I was just going on about. Bugger. Da, 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 da. Where was I even? I can't remember. Um. So, Dan. Well, yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that. But it's all about the one being born, and of course, February we got the one being born. Now, a couple of other interesting things before we go. Oh man, I just completely lost track of where I was going. Mardi Gras, Kobe Bryant, we've done that. Oh, let's just do these other little bits and call it a day. Okay, there's a couple of little odds and sods in here. This is one of them, right? Donnie Darko, which I was going on about the other day. But on his arm, he's got the date for the end of the world or whatever. Okay, so 2806. We're just going to look at these two numbers. We already know what the 28's referencing, don't we? Okay, let's go to the calendar. Okay, so the 28th right here. But we need the 06 now. Oh, look. Here we go. Here's an 06 the next day. So that was interesting that the Donnie Darko thing kind of fits in here, right? And we'll leave the rest of the numbers for another day. But so that Donnie Darko thing, super interesting. And just on a quick note on Donnie Darko, if I can find it now, where is it? His bedroom wall. I can't get this any bigger, but his bedroom wall, right? What we got here is we have got the eye, yeah, like on the dollar bill. It's on the right side of the dollar bill there as well for the dollar bill. Let me see if I can click backwards and forwards, right? Click this up. Hang on. Oh, what in the devil? Back. Here we go. So on the other side of the dollar bill, look, there's the eye. This is Donnie Darko sitting in bed right here. Hang on. Let's go back to Donnie Darko. So there's the eye on the one side. This would be the pyramid. What have we got on the other side of the one? The Washington right here, Donnie Darko. Okay. I don't know if I can go over it, but right here, look at this. That is a little owl lamp. This little Illuminati lamp. I don't know if it's actually the lamp as well, or it's just a. And I need to study this a little bit more. So anyway, there's the owl, yeah. And actually, if you were to hold the dollar bill upside down, so the pyramid would be here. If you were to hold the dollar bill upside down, that owl would actually be in that kind of location for the fold. If you know what I'm talking about, the owl that's on the dollar bill. So that is super interesting. I'm sure there's a ton more stuff. We've got the clock, yeah, because the pyramid is Vegas and the clock is on the Hoover Dam. Oh, it's just a clock on the bedside table, Dan. What, you're just reading too much into that. Well, am I? This is all set up for a reason like it is. I really should get the film on and have a look at that a bit more detail, but I can't be bothered. Not right now, anyway. So that was interesting with Donnie Darko. Little dollar bill reference there with that. And look, even this wall hanging here looks like a bloody, Native American. You're thinking like Hopi. I'm thinking that region. Even that looks like something from there. One more little reference. This guy, Fatboy Slim. Oh, you're all over the place, Dan. Fatboy Slim. Go back a couple of videos, back to Katy Perry with all that stuff in her Swish Swish video, right? The big, in that video, they lift some music from Fatboy Slim. They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. Okay, that is lifted from Fatboy Slim. I don't know where he got it from. He probably lifted it from somewhere else, but that is lifted from him. Okay, now, so what, Dan? So what? So they put it in that Swish Swish video that's got a ton of stuff in it. It's super lots of references in that video. Kobe's death and all the other stuff that I've gone on about. The rebirth of man stuff and all that. Now, just go back and watch the video, I guess. But what's the significance of using a Fatboy Slim sample, right? Are you getting it now? Fat boy, right? Yeah, Fat Tuesday, the fat boy is going to slim down. Are you getting it? Lent, fat boy slim. I mean, you just can't write this stuff. It's absolutely insane. It's just just absolutely insane. Yeah, fat boy is gonna go on a bit of a diet here. Are we gonna see some food shortages? You know, if events carry on the way they're going. Boy, I don't know. Anyway, it's just interesting, isn't it? So, actually today, now look at the time, 2:14 in the morning. 2:14. You know, we're already into the 27th, and of course that would be the reference to the death date. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, I think we've gone through everything, to be quite honest. I mean, there's obviously some more little odds and sods in there, but I don't know what else to say, really. I really do think I've covered everything now. You know, do go back and look at the dollar bill fold, because none of this stuff will really make sense unless you go look at this thing. Yeah, we got the one side here with would be the Hoover Dam. Yeah, you just flip it up the other way, and this would be the Hoover Dam. This is Vegas. Yeah, this is the Luxor. This is where the one comes from between those 2 points. In fact, this would also be the this big white spot here would also be the Hoover Dam. Yeah, and here's the Phoenix rising from the flame. This is Arizona. This is the border, yeah, the borderline, as Madonna would say, between these two things. And right there is the bathtub, yeah. The Hoover Lake Mead has the bathtub ring. That's the bathtub you've got to come out of. Okay, that is the bastardized version of the Virgin Mary, yeah, like a virgin. Again, if we would go through the Madonna things, it would be nuts. Holiday, yeah. St. David's Day, the return of Odysseus. I don't know. Anyway, you go to the other side, and here's all our numbers. Yeah. All right. And there is one more little thing you can do with this. I haven't done this fold yet, and it's a bit of a stretch now. But you can put a fold line right here, straight down on top of this little sort of in the middle of this W, and you can meet it up with this W here, right here, and you get two ears for the bunny again. And if you squint your eyes really, really good, you can kind of make what's left over in the middle into a rabbit head. It's a bit of a push, it's a bit of a stretch, but that gets us back to this 2 2. That gives us a 2 2 2, okay, and then it gives us a 3 1 at the bottom here, and this is your 3 1 again for, you know, this February date of February 3 1 here, okay, turns into this 3 1 here, turns into the 29th of February, turns into this 3 1. It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit, you've got to get your head wrapped around it, but it's there, you know, it is there. I don't know, maybe this is, I don't know if anything's going to happen on this day, but, you know, it's just interesting, isn't it? You know, we're going to see the destruction of the Hoover Dam on that day. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it'll just be another day. Maybe I'm just going through this. You do see, though, that there are a lot of references to. I've just remembered what that other 33 references that I was going to talk about. But you do see all the. You do see that there are a lot of days in the year when certain events can happen, because there's tons of little references backwards. It is almost like the whole of reality. See the spider web back here, sort of thing. It is almost like it's a big road map, yeah. And everything kind of connects together via different roads, but just some dates on the road map are bigger than others, and some dates have more roads lead into them than others, if you can get that kind of analogy there. And you can bypass some dates, you know, and go around some dates and hit a couple of smaller dates to get you to another date. You know what I mean? Right, anyway, let me just do that last little 33. This here, yeah, and this A here form that lambda fold. The lambda fold, which gives us the letter lambda in the Greek alphabet, which gives us the 30th of November. Okay, and that is St. Andrew's Day, right? So, the Great Scott. Okay, let's just look for 1 second at what this letter here, the T and the A form that thing. So this is the at. Let's look at what at is. Let's look at the A and the T in the Gematrinator. And oh my gosh, look what we got. We got 213 again, right here. And we got the 33 referenced. Okay. Unbelievable. Alright. That is absolutely nuts. Right? And we got this 15 reference as well. Now 15, what would that reference be? I thought I was done, but what would that reference be, Dan? Because if you was go 15 days on, 15 days, well, we just said that this is 16 days. Well, 15 days is going to bring us to here. Actually, that's not the reference I was thinking about. But no, forget that. There's actually a couple of other 51 references on that dollar bill. There is a 51 reference on there. Actually, forget about that for a minute, because I just thought of something else. Hang on. I forgot to mention. Did I mention this? Lazarus Saturday. You know, like David Bowie, Black Star, and that album with Lazarus on it, and all the other Lazarus, like Las Vegas being a reference to Lazarus, Toys R Us, all these different references to Lazarus are all in old videos. But this year it is on the 16th of April. It is, yeah, that's that day, yeah, and Easter is on the 17th. Those 2 dates this year are on the same weekend. So they are, it's interesting, they're falling on the same weekend. They're together. Lazarus and they're as close as they're going to get, you know. So we're talking about a Saturday and we're talking about a Sunday. So there's the weekend, yeah, all the references to the weekend in the Super Bowl. You know the guy, the singer guy, the Weekend. And, of course, the end of the week. The end of the week. I don't know, you know. Who are the weak ones in the world? I'm not talking about the meek, I'm talking about the weak. The people that are weak are the people that succumb to sin as I do on a regular basis with my eating habits, you know. But that's the thing you've got to come away from, you know, that reliance on the system. Yeah, that's all the false idols right there that you've got to give up, or at least get in control of, you know. And unfortunately, you know, everybody's addicted to that thing. They just can't say no, you know. It's insanely difficult to just step away from it and try and survive without any of that stuff. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. I think that's the end of it. It's all over the place. Let me go through the tabs, see what I've missed. You know, I guess we should start where we finish where we started. I don't know. The return of these guys. Interestingly, and I expect somebody will point it out, in this scene here where we do have that Mardi Gras thing. Right before that is the here we go. Here she is with the tiger on Katy Perry, waving down the tanks. And what was funny is I saw a news clip today of Russian tanks with the letter Z on them. World War Z, yeah. the end, the end, the end letter, the end date. I don't know. People. I just, Anyway, it'll be interesting. Let's see what happens in the next couple of days. Probably nothing. Maybe we'll see a reference or some description. Anyway, keep well. God bless, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one, hopefully. All right, bye.